CLiCC was developed with funding from the National Science Foundation and the EPA. But moving forward, with each run incurring cost, we're looking at a model now to maintain and continue to develop the CLiCC tool with support from users. User support will accomplish a number of things. It will help ensure that we stay online, provide support for basic functionality of the CLiCC tool, and of course, maintaining the tool. It will also help us provide user support, customized options, and also help accelerate computation of results, build capacity, and continually improve the tool. As Lynn just mentioned, we have a vision for a number of new functionalities to support daily work. Now we need supporting partners to help keep the tool accessible. Without supporting members, CLiCC will not be online at all. And all these years of hard work, we want to continue, and as the name entails, the Chemical Life Cycle Collaborative is a community of users, like-minded folks who care about chemical sustainability and environmental and health hazards reduction. As CLiCC expands its offerings over time, members of the CLiCC Collaborative can solve more problems together. You've heard from 3 of our users, actually 4 of our users. Some of the benefits they've described are improving selection of materials, addressing data gaps for alternative analysis, marrying LCA and hazard inputs, creating a one-stop shop, particularly taking advantage of predictive inventory capabilities and AI, and helping to communicate to customers with transparency and with real important information that we all want to know. And I would also like to say that these industry partners have been so helpful during development. They've provided data sets, back-end code from existing resources, assistance with validation and testing, and we really aim to be a hub for existing resources in the future. So if you, listeners here, have any ideas of resources that you think would be useful to incorporate into the CLiCC tool, we invite you to share that with us. We want to hear from you. We'd love to hear what you think about how you would fit into the CLiCC Collaborative. We also want to invite you as a listener today to play with the tool, get a sense of how this tool might be useful to you. We're offering a 90-day free trial. Contact us after the webinar. We'll put the contact information up there, and we'll set you up with a free 90-day trial. We also invite you to refer a colleague. If there's someone in your network that you think could make use of this tool, please introduce them to us, and we'll be happy to extend that free offer to them as well. Thank you again for your interest, and we look forward to engaging with you in this conversation. Now I think I'll hand it back to Sang-Wan.
Thank you, Beth. It was really heartwarming to listen to the comments from our partners. I really appreciate your generous support to our CLiCC project. So what I'll talk about from now briefly is about where does this take us to. But before we do that, just one thing that I wanted to clarify is that each run of CLiCC incurs cost to us. So we are using cloud computing platform by Amazon, AWS, and we are relying on Amazon's cloud computing and storage capabilities in order for us to offer the service through the CLiCC website. And when you run a model there, you just by clicking a run, basically it incurs cost to us, and currently we do not have the means to recover that cost. And as you all know, that federal grants, once it ends, then well, there is no extra charges that we can request to them. So it really becomes an important issue for us. How can we sustain ourselves? And over the past 5 years, we worked very hard to produce the science and the tool that enabled the CLiCC, and we really sincerely hope that the CLiCC can continue to serve the community going forward. So for that, your support is crucial. So obviously, I would like to consult our advisors and our partners to draft the next chapter of CLiCC beyond this point. But these are some of the ideas that I had in mind. And obviously, nothing is set in stone. And we would love to consult you, and I would appreciate your ideas going forward. I think that this CLiCC project offered us an opportunity to create a community of chemical life cycle assessment and risk assessment professionals. And I think we would like to nurture and cultivate the community around this area. And that also includes recognizing champions and let them lead the community by being a role model in the community. So we want to kind of explore the ideas of having institutional platform around the CLiCC and chemical life cycle assessment and risk assessment in collaboration with ACLCA and CTEC. We are friends and members of that as well. And we are also thinking of organizing annual meetings and recognizing some champions using CLiCC Chemical Sustainability Award. We would like to see the users of the CLiCC tool and how they improve the life cycle impact and the human health risks of chemicals through the use of the CLiCC tool. Throughout the development of the CLiCC tool, I have seen a lot of good intention to protect the environment and human health of the chemicals. And I think that we'd like to bring those good intention into our community really and recognize those champions through these kind of the award opportunities. And many of the users asked us about the compatibility with the lifecycle assessment and risk assessment software tools that are out there. We will continue to work on that and make sure that our results are compatible with the mainstream tools that are out there, so that you don't have to run into the problems with the compatibility going forward. And we are also interested in hearing from you about the customized tool development opportunities. Some of the participants already asked about the questions on alternative analysis, how far we can support the alternative analysis. Can there be customized solutions exclusively for alternative analysis? We are very much open to those conversations, and we'll be happy to support the needs that you may have, including the alternative analysis. And we are still working on a number of areas of development, and that includes testing and validation. And part of our tool, part of our results are tested and validated, but our testing and validation continues. We are seeing this moment as not as the end of the CLiCC project. It's actually new beginning of the CLiCC project, and we will continue to improve on our CLiCC program. And we will be working also on eco-invent compatible parametric lifecycle inventory, so that you can adjust the parameters and generate the new result. And as Doc mentioned, we do have the capabilities, and we already have generated some of those results, but they have to be fully integrated with the web-based tool, which we are currently working on. And we will continue our effort to reduce uncertainties. And as Rich mentioned, the predictive tools and QSAR, still there are quite a bit of uncertainties around it, and reducing them is critical for us to be able to provide reliable information out of our tool. I will tell you a little bit more about what we are currently working on in that direction. And as I talked about, institution building and sustainability planning, meaning that, well, how can we sustain ourselves going forward financially and also institutionally? That is, I think, big question that we are trying to address. So I would like to just showcase one of the works that we are currently working on. Our researcher Runsheng Song is working very hard to develop the predictive modeling for ecotoxicity, and he has compiled ecotoxicity data for 8 aquatic species, and he developed the artificial neural network model, and so far it seems that it performs pretty well. And we have generated acute toxicity result for 8,000 chemicals in ToxNet. And with that, what we could do was to develop the species sensitivity distribution, which is essential tool for ecological risk assessment as well as ecological life cycle impact assessment. So these are some of the examples of how we use this type of predictive capabilities to generate the species sensitivity distribution for 2 different chemicals here. So we will continue to work on this cutting edge science going forward. In terms of the institution building, it is so important for us to secure our financial support so that we can operate day-to-day maintenance and the website and our cloud computing platform. And also, we would like to create a governance structure. As Beth mentioned, we would like to recognize board members from our platinum partners, and they will be able to engage with us and decide what will be our next big tasks to be solved, and what are the new directions of our tool development. All those things that we'd like to engage our board members to those important decisions. And we would like to continue to identify joint project opportunities and case studies. As Lynn mentioned, we need to do more case studies and generate more use cases, and then we will continue to work on that, and for which your suggestions and ideas will be very much welcome.